that's the same type of email messaging that we've received. We've seen posts about it as well. Where are some of these NFTs that were due on Q3? Not too long ago, we found out that NFTs are dead. You heard that straight from this channel, and as we've seen over the last couple of months, it's very true. And how do we know that, Heather? There have been no more drops. It seems like there's a lot of stuff that's dormant now. The game thing that was on there, the arcade, that's over. And so now people are sitting back and they're waiting for their Funko Pops. And it appears that Droppp is giving us like messaging, like wait for this stuff. It's going to come very soon. But there's a Q2 drop that's finally shipping right now. So I'm a little concerned about some of the drops we're talking about in this video because we haven't heard anything about them.
Yeah, well, we've heard something, and we will talk about that shortly, but first, I want to talk about Mischief Toys. That's my favorite thing. You want to know why? Because it is a toy company that Chris and I started, and we are awesome.
We made Mischief a lot.
A whole lot. We have super fun, super limited LE drops of figures, pins, apparel, and much more. So head over to Mischief Toys, sign up for our newsletter to get all of the most up-to-date information, and we have a lot coming this holiday season, so you want to stay tuned.
A lot of very rare items that you're going to love. And on top of all of that, what you just said, Heather, our brand new Mischief Toys documentary covering NYCC 2025 will be coming out tomorrow. That's right. We're ready for it, baby. And it's about an hour and a half long. It's wonderful. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of laughter. And even the cops are called. So make sure you tune into that tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're actually going to premiere it, and we're going to watch it with you. It's going to be really exciting. So tune into the Gastlecast to watch that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it.
That's tomorrow, Thursday, November the 13th.
All right, so let's talk about these NFT drops, Heather. It sounds like you have a bit of knowledge, so that's good. I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
But first, I want to show the different drops that we're discussing right now.
Okay.
And we just received a message overnight asking about one of these drops.
Yeah, do you want me to read that first? Heather and Chris, do you have any new news on the redemptions on Droppp? I have a few Toy Story NFTs and it's been processing for months with a delivery time Q3, which has come and gone.
So we're receiving a lot of messaging like this, and we do see a lot of people asking about this, and not everybody keeps up with Discord. Although it seems to be news that's shared throughout social media. You see it on Instagram by Dish Trackers and others. You also see it on Twitter and you see it on Facebook. But we sort of wanted to make this video to sum this up. And here's my plea to Funko and Droppp yet again, that it would be really nice if you put together a well-organized messaging or email that everybody can understand and read. Because a lot of these guys who are ordering these pieces, they don't keep up with everything. They're just sitting around and waiting, and after a while, they start to get a little upset. And who could blame them? Because you have to wait a long period of time to get these drops anyway, as we all know, especially if you collected NFT Funko Pops. It is a long process, and to lengthen that process really sucks.
And because the Droppp team is pretty much gone for the most part, their emailing is super slow. We have so many people asking us like, what's going on? I've emailed Droppp like 5 or 6 times. They haven't gotten to me at all. I just want to know where these items are. I have a lot coming.
And as we mentioned in the past when we talked about Droppp dying, they lost a lot of people, and now it's a skeleton crew. They don't have enough people over there to sort of manage this thing, so they're not putting up new drops. There's no future plans, and now I think the goal is to get all of these pieces out once they are received. But where are they, and why is it taking so long? That's a question for Funko and Droppp, and we want to hear from them. Hopefully, this will spark something so somebody does actually reply. And Funko and Droppp, if you guys could email us directly and let us know, we would be proud to talk about it right here on the channel, and not in an angry way, but in a way to share knowledge and information. So this is the drop that's in question, and as you can see here, it says Q3 2025. Yeah. So that's the date that we're given. The redemption closed in July. We would expect that by September we would receive these things, but here we are in November, well into Q4, and we still do not have these pieces yet. And I just so happen to have one of these Funko Pops in the redemption phase. Like, I'm waiting for the Funko Pop to come. And what's funny is that our friend was asking about this, but I don't really keep up with this stuff. So I end up finding out through Dish Trackers or through emails that my stuff hasn't gotten here yet. And I found out today that I screwed up in a really, really big way, and it kind of was a rude awakening, honestly. I did not redeem my Valentine's Day Funko Pop. Are you okay?
I just know how much you spent on that drop, and I'm very frustrated.
I spent points on the drop. But still, points are money. This isn't the time to get mad at me. We're sitting here trying to spread information here and talk about this. I don't think you should be angry at me.
I think the information is that you're an idiot.
Hey. I don't think that's right.
I think that it is, given the circumstances.
Okay, this is yet another drop that
And this is yet another time that Chris fucked up.
This is another drop that was supposed to release in Q3 2025. We were supposed to get these Funko Pops in Q3 2025.
Well,
now, I wouldn't be getting one.
It doesn't matter to Chris because
I wouldn't be getting it.
Fucking redeem his.
Anyway, these Funko Pops aren't here either. And
Chris's Funko Pop does not exist because it is in his digital wallet and it's not been redeemed.
You done?
No.
This was the set that you had to use your points on Funko.com in order to get them. So you couldn't just outright buy these. You actually had to use points to buy the card packs, which was a direction that they were going in at that point in time. Funko and Droppp, they were allowing people to use points for stuff like this, and I believe it was to sort of grow that idea.
Yeah,
but
it's
as
a
we
good
know,
thing that they're not going in that direction anymore because they're done with Droppp because you're going in the direction of not redeeming things. Fantastic!
So as we know, limited edition actually took this on because now you use your points in order to get the early access.
Are you bringing up limited edition so that I completely forget about that? I'm not going to forget about this. And I'm not going to pat you on the back for limited edition. So
limited edition actually adopted a lot from Droppp. As we know, they had their Grail status, their royalty, all those different stickers that we saw in NFT Funko Pops translated over to LE. And this is yet another thing with the points. And this was the only drop that you had to use points in order to get card packs. All the others, you use your cash. That was kind of an interesting idea, and I really liked it. And I'm so glad I talked through this while Heather attacked me and you guys got to witness it. It was great, and she did a really weird laugh, and it scares me for when this video is over and I turn the record button off. Here's a drop that I would like right now because we're coming up on Christmas time.
Yeah!
And these Funko Pops would be great to put out as decor in my house for Christmas. And here it is, Q3 2025. Still don't have them. Yet another drop. So we're up to what, 3? That's the Valentine's Day one, that's the Festival of Fun, which is this one, and then of course the Toy Story one. And then there is one that I really do want to talk about. It is shipping now, but it just goes to show how far behind they are. It's the Batman set, which this was supposed to be, Q2, but instead it's shipping now. So it just goes to show how far behind Droppp really is. And I wonder, when we're talking about Toy Story, when we're talking about the Dark Valentines, and when we're talking about this Festival of Fun thing, how far away really is it going to be? And as of today, you can redeem your Lion-O and the Thundercats Funko Pops. Mm-hmm. How long is that going to be? If you redeem it today, you still have that lead time. And then when that date is over, redemption time's over, then that's when you have to wait a couple months to actually get the Funko Pops. Are we talking like this time next year you'll get those Pops? Based off of this timeline, it's not looking so good.
Yeah, this is wild.
So one thing I can say is Droppp has been posting information in Discord. At least they're giving us information somewhere, and then that information can be disseminated on all forms of social media.
What information are they giving, Chris?
Well, they're basically letting us know that we're going to get them, which for me is okay. Like I'm personally okay with that, but I know that's not a good answer for everybody, and some people really want to know when they are getting their things.
A lot of people spent so much money on this stuff, so I understand why they want to know where it is. If you spend any money on anything, you want to know like when you should receive it, and at the very least they should either email you or at least update what we were just looking at on the Droppp website, and they haven't done that. I mean, obviously it's not here in Q3, so is it like a Q4 time frame, a Q1 of 2026? Like, what are we looking at? Or any sort of update would be appreciated. I went to Discord to see if there was any news, and in the announcements, it's basically like, this is when you redeem, whatever, like they did a lot of that. I couldn't find any information about pending drops aside from when I searched and it was in like the support tab, and people are asking like, where is this, where is that? And they're like, we'll update you when we have information.
Yeah. It's such a skeleton crew that they don't even have the workforce to find out this information.
Yeah.
I think Funko and Droppp, however that worked, it got dismantled way too quickly. They should have thought this through and maybe kept more people on board. Now, we are speaking from a place of, unfortunately, not knowing all the details, but what we do know is that Droppp got rid of most of their folks. We don't know how many they got rid of, and we don't know how many people are still there. But by the looks of this, it appears that they got some big problems on their hands.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Funko, at their warehouse, they were wrapping and shipping these things.
Yes, so I believe, last I checked at least, they came with the Droppp return address, but it was actually Funko as Droppp as of like the most recent information we had received. So my question is, like, I get that Droppp has a skeleton crew, and my first thought was, well, maybe they don't have information because there's so few people and they're like maybe processing the shipments that they're receiving and stuff. But that's not the case because Funko handles the shipping.
Yeah.
So Funko has the manpower for all of this. So Funko, where is it? And I understand that like legally they might not want backlash or something, but transparency is the best policy, and you're gonna waste way less customer service hours, answer way fewer questions if you just give us some sort of update other than we'll let you know when we know.
Yeah, so I would hope that Droppp and Funko can release a little bit more detailed data. I think that is the best for the fan base. I think the fan base is really going to appreciate that. Even if you're giving us dates that we're not going to like, at least we have dates that we can stand beside.
Yeah.
At this point, we can't. We're just sort of waiting because that's what you're telling us to do. Now, here's the only thing, and I think this could be part of this issue, is that they don't know. I believe that could be part of this issue, is they really do not know.
But
and they couldn't come out and say they don't know because that wouldn't look right. So I think them saying, hey, wait for more information is probably better than saying, we don't know, we don't have a timeline on this.
I mean,
it just sounds a little too disjointed that way.
What if they put a date way in the future? Let's say like Q3 of 2026 or Q2, right? I understand that would piss people off, but at least like people would be happy if they got it early. And then if it was that late, then at least people have it. You know what I mean? Like, say something.
Well, people have already bought in, so they already made their purchases to get the things, right? Mm-hmm. So they're already at that point. It's just receiving the pieces. And a lot of people are really concerned in the fact that they've already spent all this money. They're wondering, will they actually get it? That's the biggest question. Will Funko and Droppp just sort of turn their backs on them and run away? And that is a concern. Right now, the fan base for Funko is really a weird one because we're getting news that Funko isn't doing well and Funko could go away, and then the Droppp kind of died, and then that's dismantled, which I believe is definitely in some sort of way associated with Funko not doing well. That's why Droppp ends up going away. It probably cost them too much to keep that on track. So my guess would be is that Funko got rid of that, but what if Funko folds and these Funko Pops that these people purchased get lost in that fold? Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that there's a lot of people out there right now believing that Funko is going away next year. I see comments everywhere. E-Bombs World is posting it. I saw a bunch of other like just different Facebook pages and different Instagrams, ones that you would never expect to talk about this type of stuff, are posting about this, because hearing that Funko is going away or dying is humongous news. Funko has been such a huge thing in the lives of many people all over the world for so many years. These Funko Pops have grown to be so popular. In fact, I thought about this the other day. Funko had gotten to such a point, I even told you at one point, wouldn't it be crazy, and I bet you they could do it, what if Funko made their own like Disney World? Like there was a time where that was a possibility. Like they were becoming that big. And now we're getting news that they are dying off and going away, which we do not believe. We made a video a couple days ago about that, so go and watch that if you did not watch that video.
Yeah, but I do understand where people would be panicked. However, that is just it was basically, if Funko doesn't do this, and this, then this could possibly maybe happen.
Right.
It wasn't like, yeah, you know, we're doing really bad, we're probably going away. Like, that's not what was said. So, the fact that, like, one source of news put this scary headline, a lot of people just read that headline without actually doing homework. Of course, that's what they always do. Reading the full article. So, with that being said, Funko and Droppp has assured us that they will be sending out your figures. It just is a waiting game right now.
Exactly. And Funko and Droppp, again, we would love to have more information, and if you wanted to connect with us in some way or just share it on the internet so everybody can read it, that would be fantastic. And also, I have mentioned this recently in a live for Gastlecast Live on Sunday, that I would love to interview the CEO of Funko. And so if Funko, if you're watching this and we can get that on board, that would be great, because I would like to iron out a lot of this stuff. And one thing that I absolutely love about this channel is that we do interviews. We've done them in the past. You can go back and watch some. We've done it with Brian Mariotti and various other toy companies, and I feel like they always go really well, and I think that is a good way to get your information out. And I think it would be a great conversation, because we really, really do love Josh and we love Funko, and we would have a great time having conversation about the things that we love. And barbecuing could be on the menu there, Josh. I just want to keep that in mind. Barbecuing, I'm down with that.
I think you've reeled him in. So a couple of weeks ago, our friend Ray reached out to me, and he said that he got 2 of the Angel Imperious Pops. He found out that Chris did not get one, and it arrived today. And little did I know, Chris was working out a deal on Instagram, so now we have another one coming.
Yeah, so our friend CDL on Instagram sent us one, and apparently it's already in our mailbox. I didn't have a chance to get it. We're about to go on travel today. So because we have 2 of these, we're going to give one away on our upcoming Patreon call for December. And the Patreon call in December is going to be a huge one. We're going to be giving away all sorts of cool stuff. And we have some really cool Christmas surprises during that call. You're not going to want to miss it. Go to patreon.com/Gastlecast to join up today. So this was a happy accident. I'm so excited that I got one, and I'm so happy that we can give one away on Patreon. And this was ordered online by Ray, but the other one, CDL, actually went to one of the Funko stores and bought it like a couple days after it had dropped.
Yeah, that is so nice. Thank you both so much.
So thank you both. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and this figure is amazing. Do you want to unbox this?
Yeah.
Like, I want to pull it out. Hey, what are you doing that for? Are you trying to break the case? What are you doing? You're
okay, let's be real. First of all, the cases suck, and it's going to go in an armor if you put it in an armor anyhow. Second of all, this thing belongs out of box. I can already tell.
Oh my god, you're like an animal. Oh my god.
Look at that thing.
That is a cool Funko Pop.
That's a big one.
Look at this. You know, the sad thing is that most people will not pull this Funko Pop outside the box, but it's one of those Funko Pops where you really should pull it out of the box. It is so cool. Great looking figure. Has a lot of presence to it. It's going to look great on the shelf next to some of my other things. I love it. And Heather's right. I'm not going to put it back in the box. It definitely deserves to be on a shelf sitting outside of its box.
Yeah, 100%.
Funko, keep making stuff like this. I love the details on this thing. This is a really badass Funko Pop. You guys killed it. Love LE so much. I love the fact that you drop really cool Funko Pops under LE instead of just being something stupid. They do a really good job with this series. So thank you to Ray, and thank you to CDL. And Funko, keep doing big things, bro. I love it so much. Let us know what you think about this Funko Pop more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Zach Bonifer, Cliff Demzik, Lindsay, Brett, Eric Bassford, Nathan Boughton, Mr. Nordic Nerd, Bobby Riley, Brock Mary, Anthony Siciliano, Frostmore1313, David Stewart, Sir X Lance, Little Pug 15, Gus Collects, Preston Webb, Sean Perry, and Daniel Cribb. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock so hard. Check out patreon.com/Gastlecast for more details on how you can join our lovely Patreon. If you love watching this channel every single day, go over and sign up for our Patreon because it is an awesome time every single month where we go live with our patrons via Google Meet. We do giveaways, we show you upcoming Mischief toy stuff, and much more. And it's going to be a big call this year because it is the holidays and we like to go big with the holidays. Level 4 patrons will have something very special for you, so make sure that you tune in live with us on that Saturday in December. We'll have more information when that will take place very, very soon. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We have a blast here. Come back and watch us live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. This Sunday is going to be a real special one, so come and join. Thank you so much for staying until the very end. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the documentary. We're going to have it as a premiere and watch it with you. So tune in for it. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.